Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem once again for our game of Fallout. It never fucking changes. Episode 7! Ah, so much has happened! You have missed so much if this is your first one. So go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tales of Myth and Mayhem something, and you can find a playlist with almost all of the old ones in there, so you can watch and catch up. But yes, here are our players. We have Catherine, we have Tim, and we have Lavaita. Say hello, Catherine, Tim, and Lavaita.
Hello.
One hello and lots of fans. It is a million degrees all over the planet today. We have Tim in the Americas. That continent appears to be on fire, politically and otherwise. We have Catherine in Europe somewhere. I don't want to reveal exactly where. I'm just leaving it to continent because I don't want to even remotely dox anyone. And me and Lavaita are also in Europe somewhere, but you can probably tell from our accents exactly where. And yeah, it's a million degrees in all three of those locations. So there will be fans, there will be sweating, there will probably be lost tempers and rage. Let's do this. So let's let me do a quick recap so people can remember where we are. So our heroes saved the town of Quincy ruins from a disease that they themselves brought into the town. During that escapade, they found someone called Gut Guzzler, a raider who is starting to regret a lot of her decisions, and they decided to bring her back to the town of Quincy ruins, where they abruptly left her in the middle of the high street, unsure of where she's going or what she's doing. They left behind a robot, a Little Miss Nanny, that they found at the Red Rocket. They removed a fusion core from it, and they locked it in a room so it is safe to be returned to later. And they decided to have a good night's sleep. They got up and Freddie managed to talk the whole town out of essentially bolting and maybe even rioting. He gave a tremendous speech and managed to calm things down. And then the group left for the Quarry in search for explosives to help to defend Quincy ruins from gunners who will be attacking the town in 4 days. Is everyone up to date on what is happening? Okay.
Yes, except you didn't quite get to the part where big, nasty sounding things.
Yes, so to set the scene for today, our players arrived at the Quincy Quarry, and after a little bit of messing around, they climbed down and they saw at the basin a whole area full of junky machinery, a couple of old porter cabins that had long been worn to bits by the environment and by 200 years of post-apocalyptic environment. They found a tremendous amount of dog shit. They managed to suffice, and they started to approach the opening of the cavern, where 200 years before, quarry workers went down to mine and dig and find different items, different materials that they would use to build all sorts of weird shit. And as they approached the cavern, in mechanical terms, they failed their stealth check. In actual game terms, one of them kicked an old can down into the cavern, and they heard a growl. Players, what would you like to do?
Retreat back to one of the buildings to put a barrier between me and the growl.
Okay, Freddie, that's you. Augusta, what would you like to do?
I might have to retreat as well, but I will pull my gun so that I've at least got that at the ready. I've got a new gun that we got from that we looted.
Where do you go to? So the quarry, they have like a few open spaces. They have those old like a few porter cabins and stuff.
Yeah, I'm imagining being like along the side of a porta cabin so I can like look down towards the thing, but I've got some cover I can pull back into if I need to. So I want to have eyes on the mouth of the entrance to the quarry, or the main part of the quarry.
Okay, cool. Jade, what are you doing?
So we're saying there's still a bit down?
They are at the entrance of the quarry, but outside. They are at the entrance of the cavern, I should say.
Okay. So we don't have to go further down. The can wasn't kicked down, it was kicked in.
It was kicked into the cavern.
Okay.
And you hear, when it was kicked, I think it was... I'm going to say it was Stupid Jim that did it. Because Stupid Jim is still with you. And you just heard the can go jink, 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 jink. And then you heard...
Mom?
And Freddie retreated to one building.
Augusta kind of retreated to the same building, but it's
To the
barely
same
a building at this point. It's, you know, like on a building site where like builders would have like an office or a place they would go smoke and have a break or something. It's like one of those cabins basically, but it was one of those cabins 200 years ago. It's now barely anything.
Okay.
And imagining a series of knee-high walls.
Yeah, some knee-high,
Well,
some
you
waist-high, some even high enough that to where the ceiling used to be, but the ceiling's long gone. It's very they're very, very ramshackle.
Out of curiosity, since I can't see the map, it's all dark screen for me if you were showing that.
I have no map either, and I don't see it in the list.
That's okay, there will be a map.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get...
Okay.
I'm basically getting, like... I'm getting
should
what
have
your
asked for a
initial
further
response is
description.
to the can being kicked, basically.
And if I
Okay.
have to place myself somewhere, I really want to see how everything's set up.
I was going to
okay, you
ask, are
basically
there
have,
other
like...
structures or buildings?
You have three
around?
choices, essentially. You have stay where you are. You have go to an area that is not really... Like, an area like away from the cavern that is kind of clear. Or an area behind you that has some walls. Not great walls, but some. So you've got three options. But I'll remember that for next time. I'll definitely find a way to be able to show you maps. So, to assist with this. Because, yeah, this is a flaw that I've discovered just now, this second. So I will work on this next week. So next time, it won't be a problem. But for this time, you have basically three options.
Okay, so we were in front of the cave. Freddie and Augusta retreated back. Correct?
I wouldn't... Yes, correct. Behind some walls or partial ruins or whatever you want to describe them as.
They're is it possible to move beside the cave opening?
Yes. But they were not. But that won't be to a cabin. That will be in a more wide open space.
Yeah.
But you want to do that?
Yes.
Do you want to be facing the cavern to the left or facing the cavern to the right? It honestly is not going to make any difference.
Choose
really.
something, because I can't.
Okay. I already placed you kind of to the left of the groups on the map, so okay.
Perfect.
So Stupid Jim sees
Are you
you all
right-handed
leaving
or
and
left-handed?
says, "Where are you all going?" And then suddenly, you see three hounds emerge out of the cavern.
When you say hounds, how big are hounds?
These are basically Dobermans, adult size, but they have survived. They have been bred from generations and generations of wild mutt that has been radioactive for hundreds of years. That maybe their forebears were lovely pets that people used to have. Now they are vicious wild animals, and they see Stupid Jim and they immediately attack. We are now in combat. Can everyone see the map on Roll20?
Yes, we can. Or at least I can.
All right, now to reveal the map to our lovely audience. So, as the stealth check was failed, The hounds are going to get a round first. And then it'll be initiative order as normal. I've already sorted out initiative, give or take. I just need to... Okay. So, first up... Hound 1, Hound 2, and Hound 3 go on to attack Stupid Jim.
For range, close is considered 1 square away? Or
Close
one
is
zone?
considered the same square. Medium is 1 square
Okay.
away. Long is 2 squares away. So what happens is... I just need to work something out. Okay. So the mutant hounds all run up to Stupid Jim the second he says, "Where are you all going?" And they start biting him. He manages to push one back. He pushes another one back. The third one is biting him on his arm. But Stupid Jim is very, very tough. He is not very smart. He is not very good at anything. But he is good at dealing with pain. And one bite of this dog is not doing shit to him. He's barely noticed the dog is hanging off his arm. And he turns around and says, "Guys, we're being attacked!" And now it is Freddie's turn.
All right, since it is one zone away, Freddie's going to switch to his laser musket that he grabbed and try to shoot one. Option 3 for Hound 3. Any additional dice? And for that, energy weapon, I believe, is piercing, but I don't have it up in front of me. I apologize.
And piercing, it's let me just double check. Piercing. That basically reduces like a character's the DM, right? The damage reduction, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and that was against 3, yeah. Hound 3.
That was against Hound 3. And just before we start, I just want to confirm how many action points we had. I'm at 4.
That's what
I'm at 4 too.
That's what I had.
Okay.
My last count, there are 7 rerolls that you can have, and there are 2 complications that I can add. Just when it comes to bits. So every 100 bits we receive, the players get 1 reroll of 1 dice. For every 300 you get, you give me a complication to ruin their day. So yeah, do that or don't, whatever you want to do. We do this for the fun. But yeah, okay. So for enemy damage, for energy damage, I should say. So I'm going to say for this is the dog that is currently trying to chew off Stupid Jim's arm, and you shoot it square in the. Oh, that's a point. Did you specify where did you try to shoot it?
I did not specify, so I would have just been hitting center mass for the sake of hitting it, so probably a body shot.
Okay, all right, that's easy enough. So you hit it square in the body, you hear it yelp, and it detaches itself from Stupid Jim, glares at you, and growls. Next up, it's Stupid Jim's turn, and he has not noticed Hound 3 was biting his arm recently. He pulls out a shotgun
Who
And
gave Stupid Jim a shotgun?
I
Yep,
ducked behind the wall.
Stupid Jim has a shotgun, it turns out. And he takes a shot at Hound 2. Oh, I need to roll to make sure he
Ooh,
hits
nice.
first. Let's see if he hits first. I just picked the one. Yes, he hits. And... I need to check... Oh, okay. That's fine. All right.
Oh, quick ask, how much was it needed to hit the dog before, since I had 3 successes? Wanted to
Oh, you just need the
roll some
one to
over
hit.
back.
So you've
So,
got
two action.
Yeah, you could pull 2 action points, or you could use those to do more damage if you so wish. You could roll damage dice. 2
Oh
more
yeah,
times.
I would rather do 2 damage dice for that.
All right.
To get rid of it. I
So-
apologize, I didn't catch that.
I missed it too, so don't worry. Just roll 2 more damage dice, and I'll add that on.
I'm trying to find where that was. There it is. Is it going to let me? 1 additional with a piercing. And here's my second one.
Whoa!
Oh, it appears to have rolled 5 each time.
Oh, just take the first one then.
All right, so the first 2 dice, you got 1 more additional energy damage on there. Stupid Jim hit Mutant 2 with the shotguns. He cannot aim with it because a shotgun is inaccurate by its very nature. So I need to roll to find out where it hits. Where he hits it. Apologies. 10. Okay. Stupid Jim hits it in the leg for 4, so not quite a critical. And he is going to run towards Jade. And he stands next to Jade and says, "Are we going to get him, boss? Are we going to kill him?" And then it is Augusta. It's your go.
Hello, I'm going to shoot this new gun. Quite exciting.
Who are you going to aim at?
I'm going to aim at Hound 3 because that's the one nearest me, which has just been hit by Freddie.
Okay. Are you going to aim at anywhere specifically with your pistol?
Yeah, I'm going to use VAT's name at the head.
All right. Go for it.
Feel free to reroll with some of those points.
I think I'll leave it just now, but I'm looking for the damage button.
You just shot with
It
your
auto
44
rolled your
pistol.
damage.
Oh, the damage happened. Sorry, ignore that. There wasn't any damage.
So you used your 44 pistol, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, you take a shot and you miss.
Happens. They're fast-moving little dogs.
So, would you like to move anywhere, or are you okay where you are?
I'm going to move back and get out of the way a little. Just a little.
So you can get, when you're in a zone, that doesn't really matter. A zone is a zone. So when I ask about movement, basically you can move to the right, to the left. I mean, if you look at the map.
I understand. I'll move to the right then.
Okay. That would be moving out of cover into the
Yep.
open. Okay. Cool. Jade, it's your go.
Yeah. Can I? Ooh, I can. And can I then? No, I can't target it. Let's see here. Let's see.
So I take it you're attacking Mutant 1, or Hound 1 rather.
Yeah. Wait a
Recent hounds.
Who let the dogs out? Dun, dun, dun.
Did we have to put weapons as second place? We did. Let's see. Can I? What if? Nope. Okay. I wanted to use my baseball bat, but I didn't add it to the gear tab. So I just have to do that quickly.
Just roll 2d6 or 2d20s and see what you do first.
Yeah. Let's see. There.
So 7 and a 2. What's
That's
your
9.
athletic? Oh, wait a minute. I just noticed something.
Target number, it hits. And it's a 7 and a 2, so that should be 2 hits, right? And damage is 5. But I can't do that just. Ow! Sorry, I'm just a bit. Oh. Crap on the cracker.
You okay there? So you're using your baseball bat, yeah?
That isn't anything. Okay.
Did you hit? Sorry, I was just seeing if we could.
Yeah, but I should have. I should have had 2 successes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but I don't.
Then just roll how many damage dice do you have?
5, but
Just
isn't
roll
that
5d6s to see.
If you click
56?
on
But
the...
what about the effects and stuff like that then?
Oh, that will come into play
There's
if
a
you...
chart I think Michelle has handy.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Just roll your 5 combat dice and let's see what you do.
We can't hear you, Michelle.
Oh, okay.
So 5, 3, 5, 2, 4.
Ah, shit. Okay, so on the top left of your sheet, you should see a little blue Fallout Vault Boy guy. If you click on that and tell it to roll 5, it'll roll 5 of the combat dice.
Okay.
Now we can hear you. I didn't know that either. Good to know.
Maybe. The one with the face, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But it doesn't. What if I do that one? Nope. It don't.
It doesn't do it.
But I have rolled 5d6.
Ah, I just rolled it on your sheet. You see?
Yeah, why doesn't it? I can't get it to work for me either, just an FYI.
That is...
It's probably a roll 20 thing.
That doesn't make any sense. Why can't players do that? Players should be able to... Yeah, it's... Ah, go away. Ah, it works for Augusta. Okay. Let me work this out. So...
Not a rush at the time. We got it figured out, so we
Yeah.
can keep moving. She does 5 damage.
Jade, you run up and you smash it all over its silly face and you deal 5 damage to Hound 1. Yeah. And next it is the Hound's turn. So... Ba, 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 ba.
Ah, it's biting very well.
Okay, so what happens
I
is...
know.
Hound 3 tries at first to get to Freddie, because Freddie so mercilessly shot it, but it can't get there. It tries to climb over the wall of the porter cabin thing, and it can't get there. So it goes around the side and runs into Augusta, who smells particularly delicious to it, and it takes a chunk. It tries to take a chunk out of Augusta, but Augusta manages to step slightly out of the way and avoids the bite. Meanwhile, Hound 1 and 2 approach Jade, whilst Jade is not necessarily as appetizing as super mutant flesh is not necessarily the most appetizing flesh for a hungry doggo. It'll take what it can get, and they try to take a bite out of it. Jade pushes one aside, but one digs its teeth into Jade's arm, and Jade takes 2 physical damage, but then you have certain defense and stuff that you can mitigate that. So what's your arm's defense rating?
Let's see.
Your left arm.
Yeah, I have 1 on each arm, torso, and legs.
Okay, so that takes 1 off. So you take 1 physical damage.
Okay.
And then we go back up to Freddie's turn.
Freddie will shoot at the one he sees on Jade, Hound 2.
Okay.
Because he was looking forward and didn't see after somebody shot right from behind him and then ran away. So he is going to shoot his laser musket again.
Ooh, 3 successes. So you can use your extra dice to do extra damage, or you can use your dice to collect more action points.
I'm going to do additional damage. Why did it do? Yeah, I added 2 dice to the total, so.
Okay, so that was Hound 2, yeah?
Yeah. And it does the energy, the piercing again to it.
Alright, so you take a shot, and this is a critical hit, so you do an injury. You didn't declare where you were aiming, so I'm just going to roll the dice to see where it hit. You straight up blow this dog's leg off. And it is bleeding profusely. It is essentially crippled. It cannot move. It is now stuck there at Jade's feet. But it is very angry, very annoyed, and is still yapping at Jade. So, Stupid Jim. It's Stupid Jim's turn. He runs forward and hits the Hound with his Hound 2 with his tire iron, saying, Leave my friends alone! One success. He hits, and he puts the tire iron straight through the hound's head and kills it. Oh, I'm just when I shrink the symbol, that means that it is dead. And stupid Jim keeps hitting it because he is too stupid to realise that the hound is dead. Next up, Augusta. You've got a hound yapping at you, trying to get at you. You're dodging out the way. What do you do?
I can't like kick at it and then try and shoot it. I just have to shoot it, don't I?
Yeah, that's just flavour. Like, you're in the zone.
Yeah,
the
that's
zones
okay.
thing is,
Just checking.
yeah.
I was like trying to get a little bit of a distance away so that I'm not shooting at something that's like actively jumping at me.
Do
I
remember,
will do
if
this.
you're using that, let me know where specifically you're shooting.
I'm going to. I'm about to do that. So I'm about to use the .44 pistol again. I'm going to aim at the head because I'm closer and I can probably get a better aim than I could do before. And I'm going to use VATS for it. So I'm going to click that up now.
You hit. Oh, hell yeah. So you do 6 damage.
It's a good gun when it works.
So you dodge out the way. It's not clean dodging. You aren't a soldier. You are a scientist. You have more experience in a lab than anything else. But you dodge out the way, turn around, and you shoot it straight through its head. Its brains spray out behind it, and it dies immediately.
One down. 2 down, possibly.
Jade, it's your turn. Yep. One hound is dead at your feet, the other and being beaten still by stupid Jim. The other hound is still yapping at you, trying to take a chunk out of you. What would you like to do?
Well, I better hit the one that is still trying to bite me. Let's see if... Want to do it now? Why?
Do you want me to have a quick look at your sheet? See if I can figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Am I supposed to just be able to either...
What is it you're trying to do?
Press either the weapon or melee attack.
You're trying to click on the baseball bat?
Yes.
Are you clicking on in weapons or in weapons or in under your gear?
Weapons.
Okay.
On core.
Oh, so I think I know what's happening. So on the main screen on the map, it'll come up with this option. If you the option macro options additional dice, you have to click submit on that before the roll can happen. So you see, I just did the roll for you. Thankfully, that won't count because I did it, not you. So you know. So click on what attack you want to do.
Melee weapons, right? Nothing comes up either there. What about
there's no window on.
It's on the front page under gear. So if you scroll down to the bottom of on the gear page, sorry, on the core page, it should be at the bottom. This bit is weapons. You'll be able to click on the weapon there, and it'll just roll it.
No, it won't.
And is it just you're losing the dialogue box behind another window or something? I'm only asking.
Maybe.
If nothing else.
Wait.
I don't know what OS you might be using. Or if it's a tablet.
Hey, you did it!
Yay.
It doesn't say that you used your baseball bat,
You
but
didn't
you
do
know
any
what?
better.
You critically failed. So that means
You
I
hit
get to throw
stupid
a
Jim.
complication on you. You take a swing, and you throw your baseball bat down into the cavern by mistake. You lose your grip. Your baseball bat is now inside the cavern.
Yeah. Can I just try?
It's okay. Once this fight's done, we'll take a quick break and we'll work this out, okay? We'll work out the problems with your sheet. Oh, there it is. It's that. There, we did it. You did it. You worked it out. Unfortunately, that hit's not going to count because you've just thrown your baseball bat down into the cavern.
Fair. It's fair.
Okay.
I think I got it.
All right. So now it's the hound's
she
turn.
attacked the darkness.
Mm.
Let me work out what this hound does.
And how is it? You have only
Oh shit.
an attack and a move, not just 2 actions.
You have a major action, a minor action, and a move is a minor action. So yes, you can move.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I could go after my bat. That would make sense, kind of.
You want to go after your bat?
If I have the opportunity, and this isn't a game where
you can absolutely do that. You can go after your bat if you want.
And we don't get attacked. Oh.
Well, I don't know what's going. You don't know what's going to happen if you do go into the cavern to get your bat. But if you want to go and try that, you can.
But will the hounds get attack of opportunity? Is what I'm asking.
I don't think attack of opportunity is a thing in Fallout.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a thing. Although I have read the combat thing, and I don't remember that being a thing. So I'm going to say for now it isn't a thing. If it turns out later it is, then you got away with it.
Yep. Okay. Perfect.
So you want to?
Well then. Have we any idea how? No, sorry. I will back off a bit instead. There, because then I can just take my machete for now.
Okay, so it is now the mutant hound's turn, and the mutant hound is going to follow you. And it's going to take a chunk. I rolled that already. It got a success. Okay, before any modifications from your armor, and I just need to roll to see where it hits you. 4 is... Okay, you take 2 damage to the torso, but that is reduced if you have any armor there. And if you tell me what the number of the armor is you have there.
1.
Okay, so that means it gets reduced to 1. So you take 1 damage.
Yep.
Right, now it's back to Freddie. It's your turn.
I see that Jade is still being attacked, so he will turn the other direction and fire his musket again. I have to remember to take off my shots.
You hit.
And failed.
Oh yeah, that is what that means. Well, roll the damage and let me work out what your complication will be. Okay. Are there any effect? Okay, you make 3 energy damage. But you also the effects of your weapon are activated. So are there any effects I should know about?
I believe piercing, but I don't have it specifically noted here at this time.
All right. Well, screw it. Let's say it is. So that they takes a full 3 damage. This dog is looking pretty fucked up at this point. It is bleeding. It is burned. It is angry. It doesn't understand what is happening to it, and it just gets more and more angry at Jade because the dog doesn't understand that somebody else somewhere is firing laser magic at it. And the complication. So you fire the weapon, and the laser musket goes and essentially powers down. Not that it operates on power necessarily, but essentially you wind it and nothing happens. You cannot use it next turn as you assess and fix the problem, and you will have to pass a repair check in the field to get it working again in your next turn if you want to use it. Okay?
Freddie will just sling it over his shoulder and pull out his pistol. Well, his laser pistol.
When you get around to wanting to use it again, or if you want to have a look at it, you need to pass a DC 1 repair check. Or any character who looks at it needs to pass a DC 1 repair check to get it working again.
He knows better than to try to fix things like this. It could cause an explosion with his skills. And so he will wait until somebody of better qualification can look at it.
Fair dues. Okay, so next it's Stupid Jim. Stupid Jim looks around and sees the hound is bleeding and suffering and taking a chunk out of his good friend Jade. He runs up and bashes it in the head with a tire iron again. He hits. And he straight up kills it again. He puts the tire iron straight through the dog's head. It collapses to the ground. Very dead. Congratulations, everyone. You have won the fight. You now have the body of 3 dogs at your feet. What would you like to do?
Now I want to retrieve my baseball bat.
I'll tell you. Hey, wait, there might be more.
Then we deal with them.
Well, I meant don't go alone.
And he'll have a baseball bat.
Jim, make sure you follow Helper.
Put the shotgun away, Jim.
I don't Are you sure? Because I will admit, you are more intelligent than me with your lab coat, but it does feel like we do need weapons.
No, we definitely do. I don't mean get rid of the shotgun, Jim. I just mean you don't need to carry it openly, and maybe like put the safety back on until there's a danger.
Oh, I understand. So don't throw it away. But stop holding it in my hands.
Yes.
Okay, cool. He looks around and just puts it down his leathers, down his trousers, straight down.
Yeah, thought that might happen. Is that where he's keeping the tire iron as well? Because that would explain why he's running like that.
Yeah, let's just say that his inventory is almost certainly underwear based, and let's just
I think he's got a series of holsters down there.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't.
All right, I will. Go ahead. Thank you, Jade. They do have 1 piercing. I thought so.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
The thing about I don't really care for the laser musket because it eats 2 charges every time it's shot. So that's just like you go through your cells quicker than hell. I need to get that other laser gun converted.
Should we kind of reassemble together and try going into this cavern again?
Yeah, that's what Freddie would wait for when everybody's...
I'm not sure if we want to search the dogs for anything. I don't know what we're going to find on them, to be honest.
But
you're our master.
We could dress them and maybe sell the meat.
Maybe do that when we come back, so we're not carrying a load of meat with us into the scary cavern.
Agreed.
Thanks.
Can we eat the meat ourselves?
Cook it first, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think it would bother you super mutants too much.
So, are you looking to try and scavenge from the bodies now, or
later? We would plan.
Later.
We need to go. Yeah. If we have time, we may do that, but it's not something we would do at the moment.
Okay, so you want to go into the cavern?
Correct.
Well, it feels like the next logical move, given that we just tried once and then run away again, and then we're going to go back in there. We've dealt with the things that were stopping us. Okay,
so you approach the opening of the cavern. It is dark in there. You walk in, and I need you all to give me a perception survival check with a difficulty of 2.
Nobody has a flashlight. I just checked my inventory. Perception to survival.
Okay, Augusta passes. Augusta, you can see through the gloom that there are 2 passages.
Freddie succeeds too.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that. Freddie and
But Jade
Augusta.
doesn't.
Oh,
Yep.
I should point out, although let me double check this, because I'm pretty sure this is a thing.
One passage always tells the truth.
Now, you would know all of this, so this isn't necessarily cheating. I probably should have said this before, but you all have a Pip-Boy. And in the rule book, there is a Pip-Boy section, and it says it can function as a compass, a radio, and a Geiger counter, and can generate light from its screen equivalent to a flashlight. Now, mechanically, when you enter darkness, when you enter a dark area, that increases any perception check or any ranged attack by a certain level of difficulty, which I know you don't. If you have a flashlight or a Pip-Boy light, you can reduce those checks' difficulty by 1. Because it is a flashlight, it's not going to light up a whole room, it's not going to light up a whole area, but it will allow you to see wherever you point it. So if you want to turn on your Pip-Boys as lights, you can do that now. However, the trade-off is, obviously, if there's anything down there that is all evil and shitty, it's going to have an easier time of finding you.
It's bad for stealth.
Yeah, so there it is. This is a new mechanic I've just thrown into the game, so I don't feel bad telling you about that. So what you do with that is up to you.
I think use it to look better at the passages and get some sense of where they go, or are there just 2 passages that look fairly similar with no...
Let me get back to reading my little bit about this particular room, as you and Freddie see that there is a passage to the left and a passage to the right. The one on the left looks different from the one on the right. The one on the left is held up by wooden beams, and the walls appear to be a bit flatter than the one on the right. And on the ground, you see what remains of a ghoulified vault dweller. You can tell that this person was a vault dweller, a male vault dweller, as he is wearing a vault suit and a lab coat. But the lab coat and the suit have been heavily mauled and ravaged and covered in bite marks. So there is the room. There is the area of the entrance of the cavern. You've got the body and the 2 passages. What would you like to do?
Look the body over quickly.
Okay. Give me a medicine intelligence check. DC 1.
I'm more looking at what it might have on it, not what might have killed it. Just
Okay.
FYI.
Well, make that check anyway, because you're looking at the body, and you're probably going to come to some kind of conclusions when you're looking at it.
Maybe. Medical, you said, huh? What's that?
Jade might come to different conclusions, but...
Medicine, excuse me, not medical. Roll. I
It's
put
just
my
a body
hand
to
to
you.
its ribcage.
It's just another dead body in the
squish it.
wasteland, nothing to think about. So you go through and look it up, and the vault suit and the lab coat are thrashed. They are barely a vault suit or a lab coat anymore. But you go through the pockets and you find a Pip-Boy, a 10mm pistol, 4 10mm bullets, a stim pack, and an empty canteen that is blue and yellow and has the number 88 on it. I will add those to the Discord. So you have a record of those to add
Thank
to
you.
your inventories later. Or at least I thought I would.
And
88 is
just
the one that we're heading for, isn't it? It's the one that's nearby here.
Yep, and to clarify, just because we did the perception check before, you said that we needed 2 successes. Is that with or without the Pip-Boy?
If you turn the Pip-Boy on, then you would need 1 success.
Okay, so then I can bank one of them for action points. That's what I'm after.
Oh, yeah, go for it, yeah.
So we're banking 2 action points. That's us up to 6.
Okay, yeah, cool. At least, yeah, can't forget about that resource.
Do you think the dog's got him by any chance?
Well, I've explained why the stuff was tore up, but 88, and he tosses the canteen towards you.
Well, that's the one that's up. That's the one that we're heading for. He must have come from the vault that we've come here to visit.
That's what I was thinking, because they said it wasn't open.
Doesn't mean that they didn't come out another way. There could have been more than one entrance. Some vaults have like underground entrances, and like it must be somewhere above here. Maybe it's quite a long, big vault that snakes deeper into the hillside than people realized.
Well, looking at the path over, he's pointing to the smoother walls, thinking they're more finished. Am I correct in that assumption? Oh, great, overseer.
I'm sorry, what was that? I was just setting up another thing. Sorry.
Are the smoother walls more finished?
I'm thinking more of the smoother walls and stuff finished on the one passage are like concrete or finished somewhat.
They appear to be the
A
same.
closer examination?
With what you got before, when you look at it, you put your Pip-Boy up to the wall and you shine it along that, and you can see that basically the cavern was this way was more, I would say, professionally dug out. The other one is more rocky, but the other one is a bit flatter, and it has wooden beams holding up, whereas the other one doesn't appear to have any wooden beams set up.
I would say, if anything, tends towards the vault, possibly this one. But I could be wrong. They may have dug themselves out through there, if that's
Well,
a
let's have a
possibility.
look and be very careful about not touching stuff and not accidentally causing a massive rock fall or anything. And we'll see what there is. And then if there's nothing, we can come back to here. Should we be leaving like anything so we can find our way back this way, or is the trail fairly straightforward?
Well, the Pip-Boy should help us, right? You
Yeah, I mean, it can map as we go, can't it? I think.
Yes, you can do that.
I'm kind of new to using them. I keep forgetting to use VATS.
I've never targeted anything without it, to be honest.
And until you guys got them for us, I never used them.
Well, it's just a handy thing to be able to have, literally. Woo!
Okay, so you're gonna which way are you going?
We're going along the smoother tunnel, please.
Okay,
Yep.
let me just quickly do a thing. Oh wait, I need to do that layer.
Let's see her
I'm just messing around
roll.
with layers in Roll20. Oh wait. Oh, there we go. It works this time. So you need to be there. Blah blah blah. Catherine, I promise next time I will have figured out a way so you can see a map. I understand this because I am the same when it comes to visual learning. So I will try to explain things as best as I can. And yeah, I don't mean to sort of sideline you out of the game and such. But okay, so you're moving down the smoother walled route, right? So there was the left side, smoother walls, the right passage, rougher walls.
Yep.
You're moving down the smoother passage to the left.
Smooth passage, definitely.
Okay.
And leftward towards the wall too, right?
So with everyone can
Yeah.
everyone give me another perception survival check? This time with a difficulty of 1 because you are using your Pip-Boy flashlights.
Is that perception survival?
Yes.
I have my survival is attack. Does it?
That means that you get a critical on a 1 and a 2.
Yeah. Does it take that
Oh,
automatically?
is that what that means? Oh, it means that
Yeah,
basically
but
it means
it
it's
was perception survival. Let's see.
great. You all did it. You move in and you see in the room a lot of digging equipment. However, pretty much all of it is rusted, broken away. Augusta, you try to pick up what looks to be a pickaxe and it crumbles in your hand and turns to dust. However, you can see what looks to be a pre-war generator in the room.
Ooh.
This needs fuel, I think. It's worth having a look. I'm going to go over and have a better look at it and see if it's like what kind of state it's in very carefully because I don't want to break it up by touching it.
Okay, give me a repair intelligence roll. Difficulty 2.
Feel free to use action points, etc.
I think I'm going to be prepared to use 2 action points, but I don't do that going in, do I? I do it after I've rolled.
Yeah. You have critically failed.
I was going to use. Can I still use the action point that I was intending to? Or that doesn't let me re-roll? It's a additional roll. Yeah. What does the action points do to this?
I think. I believe that means that you have to live with that.
I think it might do. Yeah, I was worried about that.
Yep, you do. Okay. So you try to have a look and see like how much fuel is left in it, and you pull back what you think is the lid. Not lid, like the top panel of it, where you would assume would show like where the fuel tank is, so you can figure out what kind of fuel it takes. And you pull out the fuel tank, and loads of and so you pull out what you think is the fuel tank, and it's not really a fuel tank; it's a battery.
Oh.
Which you have just broken. So now you can see that it is very much broken, and to repair it, you would need to pass a repair intelligence check of DC 4.
That's not looking likely. It's going to put it like that.
Let me try.
Sure. I mean, I can assist if you want assist, but yeah, go for it if you want to try it. I mean, you can't make it more broken than it is.
Just let me check something here. Okay, I have a multi-tool that reduces difficulty of a repair test by 1, so I will only need 3. And let's see.
Your tool will also help, I believe, and possible reroll if you need it. If you have the multi-tool or something.
No, it's what I see. It should just reduce the.
Oh, that is the one you used. Okay, I just didn't want you to forget about the equipment.
Nope. Yeah, can be Does that break it more? Or does it just not succeed
No,
so we
you
can
just-
take it?
So Jade, you try to have a go at putting it back together, but you can't seem to figure it out. It's dark in there. You've just been attacked by dogs. You're not necessarily the best place to make sense of it at this point. You can try again, but if you do, I'm going to need you to make a stealth block roll.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
the last part you said. You said it doesn't work, but
If
we
you-
have to work.
If you want to try and fix it again, you will have
Yes.
to make a stealth luck roll as well.
Okay, but can we just put it in our gear and take it with us and try again later?
Let's just leave it. We don't need
It's
a generator.
fairly large and fairly heavy. You can try and do that, but it is not going. It's going to take. It's basically going to be like carrying. It's about the size of a wheelie bin.
It's
Freddie's
too big.
gonna
Don't worry
yell,
about it.
Okay.
Leave that. We'll let them know in town that there's one here if they want to come back for it. Or we can come back ourselves to get it out, but remember how hard it's going to be to get it out of this pit.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
to carry it back up that cliffside, and then there's the and then like the town has power, and they've got windmills up there. We could set up a windmill generator if we needed that. I imagine what this would do is it would turn the lights on. That would be the main benefit right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's look around for that explosives. And Freddie's going to search around the rest of the area here cautiously because he knows we might not be alone still. And
Okay, if you're going to scavenge,
also if you knock into something, things can fall down in these type of places. So he's moving about cautiously.
I was trying to be careful. Look what happened to me.
Yeah,
okay,
you're
give
now
me
covered
a
in fuel.
stealth
Why don't you light a
agility
match?
roll. Yeah, I'll need from you, Freddie, a stealth agility roll, DC 1, and I'm going to need a perception survival check for the actual scavenging, DC 2.
All right, so let's start with the stealth. That's sneak agility.
We've just assessed in the background that they don't have fossil fuel, so I'm not covered in fuel.
Yeah, I
okay.
screwed up the law there a
Don't
little
worry
bit.
about that. It's a little nuclear device. We're fine.
I was too busy thinking about the puzzling element rather than the law element when writing this out. I do apologize. I don't know how long I could use the new game master thing as an excuse for this, but I'm going to use it forever. I'm going to use it for the entire campaign.
I mean,
and
you
guys
can't
live with it.
necessarily know everything. No one can know everything.
Well, the thing is, I knew
You
that.
don't have
I
it
knew that about the
memorized.
generator. I knew that about generators of Fallout. When I was writing it out, it just fell out my brain. Aye.
All right, I'm going to roll an additional if everybody's okay to try to get 2 successes for the sneak.
Yep, that's okay. Use as an action point.
You only needed the 1 success.
Oh, I thought it was okay. Then ignore
It's
that roll.
2 for the perception survival because this room is not the hardest to search. It would be a DC 1. It would be a DC 1 if it was fully lit up, which it isn't.
Okay.
But you
well,
have
I
very,
did
very
get a 1.
succeeded.
I have 3 successes on my search, so that would give us 1 action point that we can't use. So if it assists with anything, I will use it to get additional items.
Okay, you have won yourself 2 rolls on the junk table.
D20 or D100?
The junk table, I think, is D20. Let me open it up.
I wonder if I can replace that nuclear generator with the nuclear core that I'm carrying around with me that we took out of Ms. Nanny. Probably won't try and do that. It's just something I could do.
Okay, so you got... You got 34 pieces of junk you could take with you.
He'll
This is
just
mo-
pile it up over there. He's specifically looking for the explosives right now. That's his thing.
You do not find
That's
any
what we're here
explosives
for.
in this room. You only find bits of old junk, hunks of metal, like mostly scrap metal at this point, which... Yeah.
Does this
Which
room
is
lead
fine.
anywhere?
It's
Or is it,
useful,
have
but
we
not our
got
goal.
doors? I mean, are there any cables coming off the generator that lead into something?
You find that the cables are leading off, and they go up a wall, along a little bit, and they lead into a light bulb. And there is a cable going off that leads into another light bulb and another light bulb, and the cables lead down out of the area you're in, back to where you came, and also, I was in basically when you first look around the room, you find that this room has two passages, both of which look pretty smooth and are held up with beams, one to the left, one to the right, and you find the wires go leading off down them as well. The wires, I should say. So in this room, there is, back the way you came, a left passage and a right passage. Does that make sense?
And we took the left passage to get here in the first place. Is that correct?
Yes.
I suggest we keep on taking left passages.
Eventually, we'll be back in.
Well,
where we started.
or if we backtrack, we can figure out how to start changing it around so we go somewhere else.
Yeah, we go right we turn around. Got
Yeah.
it. He agrees.
Okay, so you're going
And we will
left.
further head down the left one. Yep.
Okay. You walk into this area, and I'll need everyone to do a perception check. A perception survival again. Difficulty 1. It would be 2, but you have your flashlights on your Pip-Boy. And you will succeed. So there is nothing else in this room except at the back wall there is a crate.
Freddie, I think this might be.
Yep, cautiously approach and investigate closer on the crate.
Okay.
Is there a sign of explosives on it?
As you do, I need
Yeah.
everyone to do a stealth luck check with a difficulty of 2.
Stealth lock. Ooh. It's sneak, by the way.
I was about to say I can't find that. I did not do well. Kat, you need to make a check.
Oh.
Get in, we're all doing stealth luck checks here.
Sneak luck, I should say. Sorry,
Sneak
I keep
luck.
calling it stealth, but it is sneak stealth.
I can see
same
why.
thing.
Yeah, they had to use a different word for copyright reasons.
That, and it's an all-encompassing. All right.
That was impressive.
Okay, so Jade and Freddie pass. Augusta, are you going to do anything to change your fail?
I might burn 2 of the action points and try it again, if people are okay with that.
Of course.
Well, that was what it was.
Okay, so as you approach the crate, Augusta, you trip and fall over. You don't really get any damage. You scuff up your arm a little bit, but as you fall down, you inadvertently let out a little, like, ow, a little yelp of surprise, shock, and pain. The wind has been knocked out of you a little bit, and so you try to, when you stand up, you find yourself making the sound. And then you hear this sound coming from down the corridor. No!
Did everyone else hear that?
Yes, we better hurry.
Yes.
You check it out. I'll wait back here. I'm clearly a liability.
Well,
Oh,
at
come
this
on.
point, make sure whatever direction the sound's coming from, can we determine that, Overseer?
It's coming from where you came.
It's going to be echoey as well with all the passageways and stuff.
Okay, it's coming from behind us. Okay.
Did
way
we
we
open
came.
the crate yet?
No, I'm getting to that, but the first thing was to establish where the sound was coming from.
I wasn't going to be involved in opening the crate. I was going to stay well out of the way and let you get on. Never mind.
Open the crate
I-
and then get back.
I'm going to go check the crate. That's what I was planning to do. It's just I wanted to make sure where the sound was coming from first. No ice cream for you.
Marshmallows then.
So
are you checking the crate?
I am checking the crate. You let me know what I need to roll or if anything. But he's going to investigate, first see if there's any lettering, writing, warnings, and move from there. How big a crate are we talking, by the way?
This crate is waist high on you. It is square, so I'd say it's about 2 or 3 feet on all sides. And you see clearly written on the side, caution, contains explosives in big letters. But as you read that, you hear behind you clopping and the sounds of beasts. You turn round and you see, and I'm going to reveal it, 2 hounds growling at you. And
I'm seeing the old map yet.
You might need to give it a refresh. I've changed the map.
Okay.
So you might need to reboot Roll20.
That we're on?
Nope, I think I'm still seeing the old map. Are we all on one square?
Yeah, all piled on one square.
Oh, that's the new map.
That could. Oh, that is the new map. Okay, that is the room. Left.
I thought the other one was a different shape.
Sorry, I'm not a gifted artist.
You're doing great.
Hey, green square boxes. At least I know where we are.
Yeah, so you turn around and you see 2 hounds growling and snarling at you, and behind them you see a rad stag. What used to be known as a standard stag, this is now a big antlered beast the size of a horse. And
Jim, you have my permission to get the shotgun back out.
Yes, Mom! And you are all back in combat. And because I'm getting the impression that, and this shouldn't be how this goes, but I'm putting this down to me and Catherine are very similar in this way. I'm just going to let you use the map from now on, as it is. Because the whole, you're in a room with 2 things, I don't think that's working for everyone. So this is basically the interior of the cavern. As you can see, you came in from the bottom. You came in from here. And then you moved up into this area when you chose to go left, and when you went down left, and you ended up in this room with the crate of explosives. Does that make sense?
Yep, wasn't lost. So Freddie's gonna continue to try to unlock the case while the rest defend the entrance, because it's a good choke point.
Okay, if that's going to be your major action, you spend your action opening up the crate, and you see inside, you don't necessarily have time to count exactly, but you see maybe 40 or 50 sticks of dynamite. And I'd like you to make a... you are in... explosives perception check.
Welcome back, Cat. We're in combat.
Amazing.
I've decided to reveal the map because clearly the theatre of the mind thing is confusing. So that's the map of the interior of the cavern. You are all on the map where you are. You've just been accosted by a rad stag and 2 hounds. Freddie is using his turn to do an explosive perception check. On that, unless you want to spend anything or do anything to improve it.
Did we spend action points before? I just want to make sure my numbers are correct.
I spent 2, and it did very little good. But
so you're down
we've
to
got
4.
4.
How many successes will I need, Michelle?
You need 2, but you do have 7 rerolls still from all those bits.
I'll take at least. I'll take 1 reroll at this time.
All right.
And see how we do.
You need 2 successes.
Maybe 2 if I succeed. I crit failed.
Okay. You pick up one of the sticks of dynamite, and you don't know exactly what happens, but you have lit it.
I yell at everybody to duck, and I throw it in the hallway.
That'll have to be for next turn, because you've basically used up your action and your minus action by doing the opening of the crate and then trying to assess its contents.
Yep, I was. Tim knows that dynamite sweats and can cause bad things to happen. Freddie, not so much.
Yeah.
So
you are there as we leave your turn, holding a stick of dynamite that has been lit. The fuse is a little bit long, so you have some seconds, but with that roll, you don't know how many.
Oh, he's already screaming at the top of his lungs. His aim, he's going to hopefully hit the stag and not cave in the hall. So.
Okay, so Stupid Jim is next. And he gets out his shotgun, looks to Augusta and says, "Now!"
Absolutely no.
All right. And he shoots it vaguely in the direction of the rad stag, the hound, and hound 1. So I'm not only going to roll to see where on the thing he hits, I'm going to roll to see which one he hits. So okay, he hits hound 2 on the left leg. If he hits at all, I just need to... 1 second. I need to do some fiddling around and open up some character sheets for me. There we go. 1...
Just while Michelle's clicking, someone in chat, Cat, did redeem posture check, and I think we both posture checked at the time. But if anyone else wants to have a posture check,
I need a posture check. That's the thing I need. There we go. Okay. And Stupid Jim misses. He instead shoots out one of the off light bulbs that is along the wall instead, and glass shatters behind it. So next up, it's Augusta. It's your go.
Okay, I'm going to move because I think I'm right now between the explosives and the rad stag, and I'd rather be in the opposite corner towards where Jade is. And then I'm going to try and let off a shot at the rad stag because I'm identifying that as the biggest worry. But I'm not going to use the gun I'd been using previously because I don't have very many bullets for that. So I'm just switching guns, which is why I'm babbling right now. So I'm going to fire a 10mm pistol at the sort of the center mass of the rad stag. So the main torso kind of area.
Okay. Do you like to do anything to change that? That miss?
I might take a reroll, which takes it down to 6.
Yep.
I think. Is there a system where I can reroll it there, or will I just click the weapon again?
Just roll a d20, just any d20, and we can use. You have to get 9 or under on this d20 roll. Oh no. Okay, you drop your gun. You drop
Not
the gun
rolling well tonight.
on the ground. You can use a minor action to pick it up, but because you are doing this in darkness, that means it's going to be a difficulty of what it would be usually as a minor action of like no difficulty whatsoever. This
Wouldn't
is a
it help
difficulty
having
of
a
1.
lit pit boy on one arm?
Sorry?
If I've got the lit pit boy on the arm that I'm using to try and pick it up.
Yeah, so the way it works is that in this darkness, it would
Oh,
add
okay.
+2 to any perception check you make. But because you have a pit boy, that is reduced to 1.
Got you.
So you need
What
to
am I
do-
rolling to see if I can pick up the gun?
I'm going to say you need to do perception small guns. Because you are looking for your small gun.
Yep.
Success. You pick it up.
I can do something.
So that's your turn. Jade.
Yep.
It's your go. You're being faced down by 2 hounds and a rad stag. A horrific beast the size of a horse with massive antlers who is very pissed off that you're there. What would you like to do?
Well,
I'm going to just spread these out because I made the box a bit too small. So I'm just going to spread these out a little bit. So everyone... Yeah, there we go. So this is a very, very close quarters fight. So, you know, you're all sort of mixed in with each other.
Is any of them hurt yet? No. Well, let's go for the stag then.
Ooh, you hit successfully. And you have an extra success, so you can use that to do extra damage, or you can store it for an action point. Yes, so when you click roll damage, it'll ask you to add an additional dice. If you want, and you just add 1, yeah, that'll do it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That is, when the Games Master says that, you know shit has gone down. Let me just... Yeah. You did not designate... Did you designate where you were going to hit it? Okay, well that's fine. I'll just do a roll and figure that out where you hit it. Oh wow, right leg. Okay. DR1. That means it saves 1. So you hit it and you smash it and you break this thing's leg. It is now hobbled. It is basically stuck where it is and it can't really do much. It lets out a loud, very inhuman sounding yell or scream, the one that I cannot do with my vocal cords. But if anybody has ever lived in a city and heard a fox scream, it doesn't sound too dissimilar from that. And it rings out and echoes all the way down the hallway. So next up, it is the Rad Stag's turn. And the Rad Stag is going to try and take a chunk out of Jade, out of pure animalistic rage. And it crunches its antlers into Jade's... Let me just see where it hits. Into Jade's head. It hits. Do you have any head protection? Sucks to be you. All right. But it wouldn't matter anyway because this is activate 5 piercing physical damage. So whatever you're wearing on your head, you'd absolutely take 5 physical damage as the antlers crunch against your head, slicing it open. And this is a critical hit, so you now have an injured head. Yes, but let me just quickly look up in the rules what that means, because I think that means something not very great for you. See, your injury is that you have a massive wound that is bleeding everywhere, which means survival, hunger, thirst, disease, injuries. Where are you? Injuries, damage and injury. There we go. You are momentarily dazed and lose your normal actions in your next turn, although you can still spend action points to take actions if you so choose. Further, you cannot see clearly and increase the difficulty of all tests which rely on vision by 2. So this has definitely fucked your head up in a way that is considerable. I will copy and paste that into the chat on Roll20 and Discord so you have it. Oh, wait.
It is. It's good.
There we go. So yeah, this Radstag is not here to play. This Radstag is here to kill. Now it's the Hound. Next, it's the Hound's turn. The Hound is going to take a chunk out of... I'm going to say Hound 1 is going to try and take a chunk out of Freddie. Hound 2 is going to try and take a chunk out of Augusta. So Hound 1 first. Okay. The Hound 1 jumps at you and tries to take a bite out of your neck, Freddie. You manage to push it down a little bit, and so it takes a chunk out of your shoulder, and you take 3 physical damage from that. Yeah, that's before anything you need to take off, so take off whatever you need to take off. Oh, I will. Oh, don't you worry.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, and next, Hound 2 is going to take a chunk out, or attempt to take a chunk out of good old Augusta. Hits. 3 physical damage. Let's see where. Oh, that's a new number. Okay. This Hound jumps up and takes a chunk out of your right arm for 3 physical damage. I've got take any take that is before taking out into account any armor you have. So take off 1 for each armor damage resistance you have. And then
That works out as well.
next, it's Freddie's turn. Freddie, you are holding a stick of dynamite. The fuse has gone down roughly a quarter of the way than it was. What would you like to do? All right, this will be your minor action if you do this. That's going to take a intelligence explosives check. I'm going to say the DC is going to be 1 because it is a stick of dynamite. Which one are you going to spend?
I need one.
Reroll or action point? Okay, you're down to 5 rerolls. Okay, you don't know if you can't see a way to make this thing stop.
Then
Okay, I need to look something up very quickly, but I believe that's going to be a... Yeah, I just need to look up the stats for the dynamite, because I thought I had those in my notes, but I did not, but I know where to find them. It won't take me long to find them, so... Okay, you need to make an agility throwing check, and you're going to need 1 success because the way I'm working out is that you are basically attacking the next room. That is how I'm working out in the game. So
I am going to use...
Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay. Absolutely.
Stat, there's
Let me look up luck. You can spend 1 point to reroll 1d20 or up to 3 combat dice. Each dice can only be rerolled once. Must use new result. Can spend multiple luck points this way. Yes. I've got, from what I can see, you've got lucky find, lucky timing, misfortune, and stacked deck. The only thing I can see that you can use in this situation is misfortune. But let me double check that. Yeah, luck of the draw, I could add it to the scene. Use your stacked deck, use your luck attribute for a skill test. Lucky timing, interrupt the normal turn order to take your roll. Misfortune, reroll 1d20. So that's what you can do.
All right.
You throw... Okay, this is going to take some working out on my part. I'm going to do some rolls for a second. So give me a second to work this out. Fucking hell. Okay, so that was... So... Explosives... Okay, I just need to move away from the map for a second for our viewers whilst I work something out.
We still have like 3 or 4 rounds to run, I hope.
Well, you rolled a critical failure on your luck roll.
Oh yeah, I know.
So yeah, this isn't going to end up. This isn't going to end well. I just need to, roll 20 is making me log back in for some reason. Not what I had in mind. So I just need.
I
to...
had that as well. I just
Yeah,
had to do that too.
What is that about?
I don't know.
Like
Security. Freddie kills you all. I'm sorry.
No, Quincy will be triggered without us. It may be triggered anyway.
And stupid Jim just found his soulmate.
right.
It can't be that many D6s you have to roll.
It's not. It's just I have to roll them for a lot of people. Is the thing. That's the thing. So right. Now I need to translate that. Apologies. This was not something I planned for, but I guess that is how DMing works, isn't it? You do have to yeah.
Make shit up as you go. Or the players do something you weren't expecting, like fumble
Yeah.
with a piece of dynamite in a crowded room. In fact, that's 2 fumbles in a row, I might add, of natural 20s.
Combat dash result. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, I figured it out. Just need to right, yeah. Okay, sorry about that. But so basically what happens is you, Freddie, you attempt to throw it out of the room and you fail. It lands slap bang into the middle of the room. Which means that, and then for some reason, just maybe the way you threw it, or maybe the way that it landed, maybe because it's so old, you don't know, but it explodes. And everyone takes 5 hit points explosives damage. Now, this is an explosive.
Is that fists? How does that work?
So basically, you can take off 1 hit point of damage if you are armored across the whole of your body. Head, arms, legs, and torso. If you have anything exposed, you can take off 1 hit point for every piece of armor you are wearing. If you see what I mean. So it's a 5 maximum.
So if you have both arm, both legs, and torso, you don't take any.
Yes.
I'm in danger.
If you have head, left arm, right arm, torso, left leg, right leg all covered, you're not in a problem, right?
No, but you still get blown back against the wall. So I'm going to say you take 1 hit points damage minimum, 5 maximum. So all of the armor can take you down to 1 hit points damage, where you basically get blown against the wall.
I can deal with that.
All of us.
Yes, and that includes stupid Jim and all of the animals.
The unarmored animals?
Yeah, they aren't wearing any armor, so they all take a big chunk of damage. The Radstag dies. The Radstag gets blown against the wall and just collapses into a pile of viscera and burnt out goo. The hounds get pushed against the wall. They are burned, but they get back up and start growling at you as soon as the explosion pipes down. The explosion, because you threw it away from the crate, doesn't quite hit the crate.
Thank God.
Jade, you are a big lumbering mutant standing next to Roman, who is also a big lumbering mutant. And as such, you essentially shield the crate from a lot of the damage. So, yeah. I can inflict damage on my players, but I'm not cruel. I'm not going to total party kill everyone today. Stupid Jim.
Today.
Not today.
Curious, how many hit points do the rest of you have?
By the way, as soon as that happens and you're blowing against the wall, Freddie is going to say, "Let's not do that again."
All right.
What are you for? Oh shit. What are you on, Tim?
What do you mean for damage?
Hit points.
How many hit points do you have?
Freddie's fine. He's only taken 2 points of damage over the whole course of this right now. He has pretty good ballistic armor woven into his stuff.
I'm on 6.
Okay, so
and Freddie had you guys shielding and he threw over you.
So now that you are all essentially prone, you can't move like between zones. You lose your minor action basically. So you're going to basically, if you need to you want to do anything, you've got to stand up, which is a minor action. Okay? So it's going to be Stupid Jim's turn.
So
his minor action is he's going to stand up, and he's going to turn to Freddie and say, "No, I'm the stupid one, okay? Don't take my thing from me." And he is.
We all have our moments.
Stupid Jim's been more consistently good this game than we have at the moment.
Yeah, Stupid Jim leveled up with you lot. Essentially, Stupid Jim leveled up, and he's just had some sex, so he's doing all right. He's fine. He's feeling good about everything. So he is going to run towards one of the hounds, and he is going to try and shoot it with the double-barreled shotgun, and he misses. It's a point-blank range.
At least he didn't fumble.
Actually, here's what happened. He tries to shoot the dogs, but he mistakes the viscera and pile of goo that was the radstag and shoots that instead.
We need to get Stupid Jim a pit boy.
Well, you did find one.
Yeah, we might give him it on the way back.
Yep.
So, Augusta, it's your go. There are still 2 hounds.
I'm going to stand up and shoot the nearest hound, whichever that is, with the 10mm, because it's the only one I've still got in my hand. I think I put the other one away.
At this point, they're both equal parts away from you, so 6 and 2 3s.
Okay.
Really.
Well, I'm picking them more or less at random, so you can too.
Okay, so I'm going to say you shoot hound 1. Do you?
Okay.
Where are you
aiming for the center mass?
All right. Do your roll.
Fudge cake.
All right. So you miss. Is there anything else you want to do, or should we move on to?
No, just for this to stop happening over and over again. I was quite good at one point. I was famous.
I will say you are better with the energy weapons.
I know. I don't have any. There aren't any.
Okay. So Jade, it's your go. You got 2 hounds at you.
Yeah, but because of the head injury, I am out of actions for my turn.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, you are dazed. You can't do anything this turn, but you can spend action points to act if you so choose.
You could stim pack yourself. I'm not metagaming here. Just it's the thing you have the option of doing.
Any suggestions aren't metagaming. It's all good.
Okay.
Suggesting a
I'm
damage
planning to
person...
stim pack once I can.
Drink the healing potion, you know.
Yeah. You're all fucked if I die. So.
Uh,
So I take an action point in order to be able to use the stim pack, right?
Yes, let me double check that. I've got my screen. Let me double check. Action points, action points.
Knowing our luck just now, the healing potion would actually be nitroglycerin that's been leaking out of the dynamite.
Using a stim pack is a minor action, I believe. Let me double check that. Combat encounters, minor actions. Take chem, yeah. So you can spend 1 action point to use the take chem minor action.
What did you say? 1 or 2?
1.
One
It's
action.
1. You can spend 1 action point to do a minor action. You can spend 2 action points to do a major action.
Okay. And that heals 4 HP, and that's it. No rolls or anything else, right?
Yeah, it just heals 4 HP.
Okay. And I have stim packs myself, Tim, so I will adjust that on my own. There. And 1 action point, and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Yep. I guess that's my turn then.
Yeah, pretty much. So you, in a daze, you're bleeding. You shove a stim pack into your head, and you immediately things start to clear up a little bit. Things start to feel better. The blood coagulates and starts to become all scabby almost immediately. The wound seems to start closing itself. Stim packs are a miracle, and they have helped you tremendously. So now it is the beast's turn. So, Mutant Hound 1 is going to try and take a chunk out of... I'm going to say Stupid Jim, because Stupid Jim walked straight up to them to try and shoot them with a shotgun and failed. So, Stupid Jim is the closest one. Bite misses. Hound 2 succeeds. Add an extra dice of damage to that. Physical 2DR. Okay, so Stupid Jim is standing there. He manages to duck out the way of one hound that just was jumping towards his face. And he ducks out the way, and the hound lands in front of Augusta, Jade, and Freddie. The other hound is jumping at almost the same time, misses and bites Stupid Jim on the arse for 1 physical damage. Jimmy lets out a howl and says, "Ah! My anus! Ah!" and starts running around the area with the dog still attached to his bottom. And we move on to Freddie's turn.
Freddie's no longer going to play with the explosives. He is going to take out his pistol, though, his laser pistol, and shoot. Or, excuse me, laser gun.
Shooting gun 1. Oh, wow. Okay.
I think
your complication is you're trying to aim for the dog that is currently biting Stupid Jim's ass. But you miss and you hit Stupid Jim. Can you please roll for damage? Okay. Stupid Jim, you hit Stupid Jim. in the hip, and he takes 2 damage thanks to his road leathers, and he yells out, "Ah! Why are you shooting me?" So Stupid Jim is just acting out like a cartoon in the corner. Augusta, it's your turn. No, you have close range weapons, and you are in a close range with them, so you are in the ideal place to shoot them. Let me have a look at your character sheet and see, because you haven't hit once today, and you know how to shoot, so that's all right. So you've got a 10mm pistol, agility, small guns. You've got a 44 pistol, agility, small guns. Your agility in small guns is 5, 9. So you need to get 9 and under, which means it is a little less than 50%. Yeah, if you were... Oh yeah, there is. Yeah. That's what that does. You're right. That is... Yeah. Aim. Reroll 1d20 on the first attack roll you make this turn. Oh, it's a minor action. That's what that is. Okay. Aim. Reroll 1d20 on the first attack roll you make this turn. So if you want to use a minor action to aim, you basically get... Alright, your minor action, you take... So you lift up your... You use your 44 again? Alright, so you aim... you take out your 10mm and you aim at the dog that is currently biting Stupid Jim's ass. Just do a normal 10mm attack, and then you get to re-roll the... You get to re-roll it, basically, if you miss, I guess, so... Yeah, just roll another d20. Damn. I'm sorry, Lavaita. I don't know, I can't... I feel bad, but I can't make the dice work. Okay, so you miss. Jade, it's your go. Jade, are you still there? Am I muted?
I'm sorry. No, I am.
Oh, okay.
But I did roll. And missed.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So you take a swing at the hound that is still biting Jim's ass and miss. Jim looks at all of you and is just confused at what is happening. Because it's just turned into 3 people trying to help him, and he's still got a dog just grinding on his ass. So yeah, it's now the mutant hound's turn. I'm going to do the first one, which is biting Stupid Jim's butt. Hits. Oh shit, that's quite bad. Okay. So, okay, but he gets... Yeah, he gets 2... Yeah, 2 off. Okay, that's not so bad. So Stupid Jim is running around and the dog maintains its grip on his ass and he takes 2 more physical damage. The other hound is going to go after Jade because Jade just tried to hit his friend with a baseball bat. So 2 super success. That's an extra die. Okay, let's see where that hits. Six, I believe, is better than before. Yep, torso. All right, you take 5. You take 6. You take 5 physical damage, but you could. Is that reduced by any torso armor by any chance? Great. Okay, so that means that you can take 4 damage, which means that you avoid a critical, and you avoid an injury. Okay, so now we are going back up to Freddie. It's your turn. Okay, Hound 2. Okay.
So that's a
You do you want to use a reroll or anything? Still got plenty of them.
still.
Okay.
Why is it?
All right, it's Stupid Jim's turn. Oh, sorry. Are you done?
Yeah, he's still.
Okay. Cool. So it's Stupid Jim's turn. Stupid Jim reaches into his pants and pulls out his tire iron and hits the hound that is biting his butt. Oh shit. So he hits. And he kills it. He kills the hound. He plunges the tire iron into the hound's head and kills it, breaking off. But unfortunately for Stupid Jim, the dead hound takes a big chunk out of him, and he takes 2 extra hit points worth of damage. Stupid Jim is a hardy man, but he is starting to look a bit fucked up here. He is not doing well. And so next it's Augusta. There is 1 hound left.
I'm gonna switch.
All right. Take your shot with your hitch. Oh, are you aiming for anywhere? Okay.
Central mass again.
You drop your switchblade on the floor. So many critical failures in this one today. So many complications I've had to throw at you, and I feel terrible. Yeah. Okay. The dice gods hate you today. So, Jade, you're up. There is a hound squaring off against Augusta. What would you like to do? Hit. Yeah, okay. You very much kill it. So, Augusta tries to stab the one remaining hound and misses and falls away to the side a little bit. Jade, you square up. You had enough. Your head hurts like hell. You've just seen a dead dog take a chunk out of stupid Jim's ass. Freddie's you've been blown up, you've been bitten, you've been abused, and you stand above the hound. And how would you like to kill this fucking bastard? You smash down on its head, you smash it on its legs, you let out a scream, you smash and you smash and you smash until the dog is a bunch of pulpy nothing. You use your medical expertise to make sure that you turn every internal organ into juicy, gross shit. Congratulations, you have won that combat. You are surrounded by dead beasts. You have a crate containing roughly slightly less, one less stick of dynamite than it did before. It also contains a bunch of wires and a plunger, like a trigger system. That's the sound of London there. Yeah. So stupid Jim is trying to sit down, but every time he does, he just says "ow" and stands up again. Ow! But I really want to sit. That's all I want to do right now, and I can't. Yes, Doctor. Am I...
These are better explosive knowledge than me should probably handle
No,
this.
I don't.
You have any, Doc?
What?
Or
If anyone...
yeah, she can't hear either. See, the explosions cause things.
Anyone can
I was
do
supposed to get
an explosives intelligence check with a difficulty of 2. But this is just about recalling any and all information you may remember or have heard of about Dynamite. This is not an interactive role. This is you're recalling information about Dynamite. And you succeed, Augusta. You very much succeed. You critically succeed. Which is well overdue in this particular session. I'm going to enjoy this because I'm now going to bestow lots of informational treats at you. You count that there are precisely 46 sticks of dynamite in this crate. Now, this dynamite is not too dissimilar from a standard frag grenade. When it comes to its effects, the only difference is that it takes longer, the fuse is longer than like a grenade would be. So once you light it or set it off, you have roughly about 20 seconds before it goes off. However, you know that with the cabling that you find with it and the plunger, that you could set up wiring up all of these dynamites to be activated by the plunger. Which means with this roll, I'm going to go one further, because that is all the information you would have got with success. With a critical success, I'm going to reward you with the knowledge that you know that if you set up some kind of kill zone and had people approaching into it, you could rig this so you could set it off and possibly take out a significant amount of gunners if they were to approach Quincy's ruins. Now, when it comes to transporting this, you can absolutely transport this relatively safely as long as you are careful. Let me just get the stats up for it.
I wonder.
Well, there are 46. Yeah, it was 46 sticks of dynamite, which means that they each weigh less than 1 pound. So in theory, you could carry these. You could leave the crate and put all of the dynamite in your pockets shared between you, in your rucksacks and bags or whatever you have, and carry them back to Quincy Ruins yourself.
Top of the...
Exactly. Yeah, and the last bit of information, with that roll is you suspect that this will not be the only supplies here in this quarry. This one, yeah,
Let's get this one out.
This one crate in this one part. Nah, they would have more. They would have more something anyway. And that's all I'm going to say from that. That is the reward. That felt really good to give because I fucking hated punishing you just then. That did not feel nice. So I'm very happy that I could do that for you. The crate is big and bulky. I think Jade or Roman could carry it on their own. It weighs 20 pounds. With it would take 2 human-sized people, so it would take either Stupid Jim and Augusta, or Jade, or Freddie and all Stupid Jim or whatever, 2 human people to carry it, to like transport it somewhere. It would take.
Freddie is small.
Okay, so then it basically, I don't think that means that Freddie would not be able to carry it at all. So your options are basically Stupid Jim and Augusta carrying it, or just one of the mutants transports it. Not because of its weight, but because of its bulk. Okay, if that's what you'd like to do. So I'm just going to make a note, the gang. Okay, so I'm just going to say, just to save time, that you move it to where you wanted to go. It is now in the place you pinged it. Jade, you are looking over Stupid Jim, who is just... He's lying on his front now. His wounded butt is exposed, and he just says to you, "You know, Doc, my butt already hurt from this morning, but now it really hurts. Am I ever going to be able to use my butt again?"
I mean, I guess it's the butt cheek that's hurt, not his anus. So, I mean, I guess it's good.
Pour some alcohol on it first. I just want to hear him scream.
No. Are you... Did you realize he was the only one actually hitting anything?
Oh yeah, I shot you. I'm sorry.
Freddie,
Yes.
were you ever a sister in the Sisterhood of Pain? Because you're very good at pain.
It wasn't an intentional infliction, but
Yeah, turn the other cheek.
there you go.
What does that mean? How do I turn a cheek?
It's a
You
Bible
offer the
thing.
other.
It's complicated.
What's a Bible?
It's a big book with rules for some people.
Sounds like you need that. Sounds like you, Freddie, needs a rule book. With the only rule being, don't shoot your friends and don't throw dynamite at them.
He didn't mean to, Jim.
Well, I was trying to shoot the hound, Jim, but you kept moving.
I had
By
to
the
move.
way,
It really
I
hurt.
am sorry.
How is it, Michelle, when we're out of combat? Can I do anything?
Yeah, it's no turns or anything. It's say a thing and you do it, basically, and subject to rolls, of course. But yeah.
But that's what I mean. Can I actually give him HP from a medicine roll, or do I just have to give him some, or myself, that matters, stim packs?
You can do medicine rolls. Let me refresh healing in my head because it all seems to have fallen out of my head. Okay, so
Well, we are playing Fallout, aren't we?
healing actions in combat. You are out of combat, so all right. You can do a first aid action. That is intelligence medicine, and you will heal a number of HP equal to your rank in medicine skill, an additional 1 HP for every AP you spend. And you can, part of that, use a stim pack, which will add an additional 4 hit points of healing.
Okay. So, let's see.
Do we have
medicine?
diluted in those?
No extra. Substitute. That's 1 success.
That's all you need. You succeed.
And a stim pack.
So yeah, you've done the stim pack as well. So what's your medicine?
Let's see. I think it's 4. Yeah, medicine is 4.
So you heal Stupid Jim for 8.
No. How many ranks do you have it? Not in medicine skill, but how many ranks do you have in med? Is that what they do, or am I thinking first aid?
Oh,
Never mind. We'll go with it.
first aid is the name of the action, but medicine is the name of the skill. I'm getting
Okay.
I'm making it more
And then you
confusing than
have-
it needs to be. What your medicine skill is 4, yes?
And yes, I'm 4 ranks in medicine skill.
All right, so that means that you, with the stim pack you use, the Stupid Jim heals 8 hit points.
Yeah. Let's see. And if I use 1 more for myself, I'm down to 8. You did hear me earlier, Tim, right? I have stim packs on my own, so don't. Yeah. Let's see here. The perks, what did that say? Medic, when you use the first aid action to try to treat an injury, you can re-roll 1d20. Don't need that one. And healer. When you heal a patient's HP using the first aid action, increase the amount of HP healed by +1 per rank in this perk. Each time you take this perk, the level requirement increases by 5. Okay, so you can add 1 more.
Well, mechanically, Stupid Jim is back to full health.
Perfect. Then let's see if I can do the same for myself.
Stupid Jim stands up and just jumps up and down a little bit, then sits down on his butt and just goes like, "Doc, how'd you do that?" Stands up again. He sits down on his butt again. He stands up again. He sits down on his butt again. Just says like, "You fixed my butt." Oh, I can't wait till Cassie hears about this.
And I feel like doing the same as Chris and the Marvel, just going magic fingers.
Oh shit. So you only needed one success, so you could probably like bank another action point if you want. Yeah, you can bank another action point from that.
Let's do that. Let's do that. So we are up to 4 again now. And what do we say? It was 4, that's 8, that's 9. Yay, I'm back to full health too.
Okay, are you healing anybody else?
The injury, the head injury, is that gone to now?
No. So
Or
you can attempt an intelligence medicine check to treat a injury sustained from a critical hit. That means allows you the patient to ignore the penalties of the injury. Okay, so you can do an intelligence medicine test difficulty 1 to heal, to basically placate the injury. So you've patched up a bit so you don't feel the effects, but the injury is still there.
and how does that go away? Is that another medicine, or is it a long rest? What is?
You will need to do some long-term. You will need to do some long-term recovery. So that means that you will have to basically rest. Make sure that you have food and drink, so you're not doing any. Basically, you have to make sure that you are fed, watered, and you sleep. And at the end of the day, you could make a survival endurance check to fully get rid of the injury. But you can you do a medicine roll now, medicine intelligence roll now, to see if you can at least mitigate the effects.
Temporarily.
So yeah. Okay. So that wasn't a part of the first medicine check.
No, you were actively treating like
HP.
Yeah, in that.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is that you were just trying, basically repairing other injuries that you had.
Okay.
Like minor injuries.
Yeah. Well then, let's do it again.
Ah, shit. Okay. So you
can I re-roll that?
No, you cannot re-roll the critical failure, unfortunately.
Okay.
So that means you managed to pacify and treat the injury, so you no longer feel the negative effects. You basically bandage it up to stop the bleeding. You clear it out to avoid infection. You now feel a lot better. However, I'm going to say, and I'm going to make a note of this, if you receive another injury in the same area, you will be downed.
Yep.
That means that you will essentially be on the road to death. You will lose consciousness, and you will have to do... You will start the process of dying if you receive another critical to your head. Is that understood?
Yep. Yes.
Let's buy Jade a helmet.
With that, I look around for a piece of metal that looks like an old pail.
Yeah, a saucepan.
Yeah.
Quite a big saucepan for a mutant, super mutant.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Jade is wishing for a shish kebab.
A shish kebabbed. Ah,
That is
the weapon. Yes.
yes. That one is brutal, and I want
Yeah.
it.
Here, let me perform surgery with this.
Yes.
And I think
All
we're
right, are we
running.
going
I
to
think we're
continue
basically,
searching at this point?
and I think we're out of time at this point. So let's continue healing
For
on the
the summer-
Discord, if that's all right with everyone, and we'll bring this to a close. Unless people want to keep going for another half hour.
I
mean,
have nothing in my life going on right now. So,
I can heal the rest up at least.
yeah. Our intent
Freddie,
is
how
to
much do you
continue.
need?
I don't need. He just shrugs it off. He says he's more worried about his suit.
Okay.
But yeah, our intent is to continue, or do we want to head back right now? Freddie asks.
I think we should probably continue. I think there's more explosives to find, and who knows what else in these tunnels.
Let's.
I agree,
let's
and anything we can get to sell later is just icing on the cake too.
Yeah.
But like, if we find more explosive, we can do more damage. We can possibly keep Quincy safe. Like, honestly, this morning I was with that guy. They should leave. But if we can find something to actually turn the tide on this, that could make a huge difference.
Well, I want them to at least have a fighting chance to fight against them. And besides, the gunners are in this area.
The thing with the
Eventually, they
gunners,
will
and I
find
didn't
their-
want to say this back there, but the thing with the gunners is they've been paid, and they will come. And if we kill them all, or the people in Quincy kill them all, the next day there'll be more of them coming again. So unless these Minutemen turn up that they've asked for on the radio, they are screwed. And I'm not sure they're going to.
Well, that's true, but hopefully at least we take care of this around the area first, because
Yeah,
this
definitely.
town is a line of defense for our city.
And we'll
our
give them the
town.
best shot we can. But yeah, if there's more explosives, we need to find more explosives, because that could be huge for them.
If nothing else, they could maybe moat around the city, or at least, like you said, make a kill zone.
And it looks like some vault dwellers from Vault 88 got in here. So were they looking for something? Or is there a way from here directly into the vault?
Or did somebody get out of the vault that they said nobody had gotten out of, that they were aware
The
of?
whole point of the vault is that you can get out of them at some point. Everyone's got a reclamation day.
Augusta,
But yeah, we should.
need healing too.
I took a stim pack. I'm okay for just now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to say I've decided, because I'm going to find a different way of doing this, so it won't be all revealed to you if you do explore a place. But for this, because again, I'm a very visual person, so I understand that theater of the mind doesn't work for everyone. It definitely doesn't work for me when I'm a player. So me expecting it to work when I'm an overseer is probably just hubris on my part. I'm going to leave the map open as it is. So I would ask you players to avoid
Role play our way through the
metagaming
map.
when it comes to
Yeah.
the map, but you can all see the map where you are and everything else. So is that okay?
Yeah.
Another thing is
Hold on.
often in these mines, they will have little maps for known areas and where they're things. It would not be uncommon to have something at least visible how to get around in it, because those things are mazes. So
Fine, fuck it.
putting that
You
out
find
there.
a map in the crate. Why not? Screw it. You see the map there.
No, I'm just saying it ain't going to tell us what's in it, but it gives us a rough idea of the layout, which is exactly what you have.
Or maybe we found it in one of the
Whatever.
offices before we went in.
Yep, no metagaming, but yeah, as long as we got general paths, that's fine. And those are zones, so we can't actually access the other ones except for a couple locations. I think we're
The
good.
lines that link them up, those are where you can go. I'll explain this a little bit for like 30 seconds. So the zones thing works where when you're in a zone is a zone, you're in it. When they're linked up, you can traverse in combat with a movement manner action. Sometimes traversing requires action points to spend. Sometimes it will require a skill check. In this case, everywhere you've gone has been fairly flat and level ground. No hard surfaces, no barriers or anything. So you've just been able to walk through easily enough so far. That may or may not be the case with others. You don't know until you get to them. So wherever a zone is joined up by a line, you can move. If there is no line, you can't jump across, say, here and here, if you see what I mean. You'd have to go around to get there.
Yep. Makes sense.
Unless we fix some of the mining equipment.
Or
I'm going to say that is basically almost impossible for 99% of the equipment here. It is 200 years old, and there was a nuclear war in between, and there's been animals and creatures and critters fucking and feasting and doing all sorts near and around them. So most equipment here is unusable. You, at best, probably most of the time will find junk, but you may get lucky and find other things too.
Yep.
Cool.
But at the time, we're looking for explosives and to eliminate any pests. And it seems to be dogs and deers right now. So, all right, yeah, but if we're ready to finish up, I'm ready to finish up.
Yeah.
If you want to go, I'm ready to go too.
You mean you want to move on, or do you want to end the stream?
I said either.
Done for tonight. If we're done with the healing and stuff like that, I would very much like to pass out in the heat before I'm going to pick up Sabina in the morning.
Fair enough. So, to wrap things up, our crew have survived some horrific complications, shall we say, but they have successfully found the supply of explosives that will be of great benefit to defending the Quincy ruins. But the crew have decided to continue going deeper into the quarry to find potentially more that they can use to help. And to find out what they find next week, or if they die, you got to subscribe to this thing and, you know, watch and do the internet things. So do all of that, people. And
do the YouTube things.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel, so do that. Lavaita, are we raiding anyone?
I've got a raid ready that we can go and see some people who are playing Alien that are currently on a break, and then they're going to come back. So that might be good.
Awesome. So in
and
about
kind
10...
of promo, we've got Vampire the Masquerade on Saturday as well. And thank you everyone in chat.
Yeah. So...
And if you need clickety-clackety stuff and pins and stuff like that, go to norsefoundry.com. They make some awesome stuff.
Should I instigate the raid? I don't want to do it before we're done talking because it will only get 10 seconds.
Yeah, instigate the raid. And yeah.
I have nothing to...
Oh, sorry.
I just said I have nothing, so...
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Yep, thanks. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, I have to press raid now. I've never done a raid before.
So we've got another 10 seconds.
Let's hope it works. Hey, raid.
Oh.
No, we're done.
All right. I'm going to stop streaming and recording then. Is that what I do? Is that going to be safe?
Oh, sorry, I'm just